So I was in gym the other day. Or should I say I was at the gym because that makes me sound like I work out. So I was... My name is Emily.
And I'm Izzy.
And this is our YouTube channel, Mega Potato. So since this is our first video, we decided that we were going to do a little tag that has gone around YouTube, like a lot, and we're kind of late on the invite. But this is the My First Time challenge tag thing.
In honor of this being our first video.
So
it's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
So, I think we should just begin. Like,
okay.
Question 1. Do you still talk to your first love?
I've never really had a first love.
Same.
I'm still at a very young age.
Same.
I have yet to truly understand the meaning of love.
Yeah. I'd say honestly, like, my first love, like, love in, like, the actual sense where, like, I love someone was, like, my mom. So, like, I still talk to my mom,
Same.
like, every day, so.
Same.
Yes.
What was your first job?
Like, if babysitting counts, then babysitting.
I've never had a legit job, but, like, my first job where I got paid was I went to my neighbor's house for 3 days straight, and I pulled out a crap load of weeds from her front lawn. But anyways, I didn't finish weeding. She still paid me, but then, and I was gonna go back to finish, but without me knowing, she hired my brother and paid him more.
What was your first car?
I have never owned my own car, but the first car that I had when my family was alive that I can remember is we had this, blue Ford minivan, and it was a really old model. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, I'm not old enough to drive yet, so I don't have a car. I'm hoping to get my license soon, though. Hopefully.
Cross
and when I get a car, I want it to be a second generation Cadillac DeVille, and basically, it's this really sick.
You're aiming so high.
It's this really sick. It's really sick old-timey car that's probably expensive. And I can't ever have one ever, but it's a dream, so.
Honestly, all I want for my first car is just a car. I don't care what it looks like. I could drive like a stalker van, and I'd be totally fine. It would get me around.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. Who is the first person who you texted today?
Who texted you today, actually?
The first person that I actually texted and replied to was you, I believe. Cool. But the first person that texted me was Lynn.
The first person who texted me was Cassie Deneen. Shout out to Cassie. And she texted me at 12:15 a.m.
Right.
So shout out to Cassie Deneen for being awake at midnight.
Yay, Cassie. Okay,
next. Who's the first person you thought of this morning?
Myself.
Oh. Wow.
But actually Emily, because I was really excited about today. I was like, yay, I get to do stuff.
Same.
With people.
Yeah, like I woke up and I was like, hey, it's Friday. And then I was like, hey, Friday means I can get together with this girl right here, and we can film a video.
Yeah. Weekend. Copyright Rebecca Black.
Shout out.
Who was your first grade teacher?
Okay, her name was Mrs. Monahan White, and she was white.
Oh.
Yeah.
My first grade teacher, I think her name was Miss Wong, then she got married and became Miss Gao, or Mrs. Gao, or the other way around. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen her in like more than 5 years.
We are not 5th graders.
No.
Okay.
Don't talk to me.
Where did you go on your first airplane ride?
France, probably. It probably wasn't even one at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that I was like 6 months when I went on my first one. I think it was like to Seattle or something like that.
Seattle's cool.
But I mean, I was 6 months, so I really don't remember. But I'm gonna say Seattle.
who was your first best friend, and do you still talk to him / her?
My first best friend, her name still is Christina, and we went to pre-K together for a year, and then we went to kindergarten together. But she lives in Dorchester, and I live in Quincy. And for those of you not familiar with like the Massachusetts like cities
Area.
It's like, it's not like far. Like Dorchester and Quincy are like relatively close by. Like it's within like 20 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe. But like, I mean, I don't see her every day, and we obviously don't go to the same school because it's like 20 minutes away and like all that. So
Different towns.
yeah,
cities.
so we still talk, and like our families are friends too, so we still get together, but we're definitely not like as close as we were back when we were like 5.
I actually had a few first best friends that we had like this little crew in preschool. We had a crew. It was an awesome crew. It was me, this girl Caroline, this other girl Caroline, and this guy Cole.
Caroline.
Yes. I still talk to one of the Carolines occasionally. I haven't seen Cole since preschool, and I was recently reunited with the other Caroline at my friend's dance recital, which was cool.
Cool. Yeah. Where was your first sleepover?
Actually, I think it was at my grandparents' house, not gonna lie. I think my first sleepover was with my grandparents. I was like, hey, Nanny, Grampy, can I like sleep over?
That's actually such a good question.
No, you know what it was? It was when my sister was born, and it was over my grandparents' house with my brother.
I actually don't remember. Like, I feel like I definitely like slept over like my grandparents' house, like my aunt's house, like when I was little. But I feel like if we're talking like actual like first sleepover, it was probably at my house. Honestly, maybe. I think it was at my house, and I think I had like a birthday party one year, and that might have been like my first like big sleepover. Like with like, I don't know. This is such a hard question. I have so many sleepovers in my life.
It was so popular.
Yeah.
That's why we're making YouTube videos, because we're so popular.
Yeah. Whoops.
Is this me?
Yeah.
Who was the first person you talked to today?
Probably my mom when she came in to wake me up because my alarm clock went off and I didn't get up, and so she had to come in and yell at me.
The first person I talked to this day was my dad at 6 o'clock in the morning, and
Ew.
he was showing me what he got my cousins for Christmas. I don't remember what he got them.
Whatever.
I was still tired. I still am tired.
Whose wedding were you in for the first time?
I've never been in a wedding, but the only wedding... No! It was my... it wasn't really a legit wedding, but my parents got married in Paris, and then they like redid the wedding in San Diego, and then when they moved here, they redid the wedding, and I was like a flower girl kind of type person. But that was the first wedding I went to, but it wasn't like a legit wedding because they were already married. And then
Gotcha.
after that, the only wedding I've ever been to was my great aunt's wedding, and that was last year, and I had no part in that but to attend and eat food.
I literally go to weddings all the time.
I
It's
wish
probably
I
because
did.
I'm like the pastor's daughter, so like
Yeah.
he always has to like be there doing stuff, so I have to be there. But the
Pastor's daughter.
first wedding I was in was these people at my church. Their names are John and Karen, so shout out to John and Karen.
Shout outs everywhere.
Shout outs everywhere. And I was a flower girl, and like I remember I have a tragic story about this. And
Oh. I need to hear
No,
this.
I remember.
need to hear this.
So I like my mom was like curling my hair before the wedding because like I wanted to look cute and pretty,
Oh,
and
this is
she was curling my hair, and she like burned my face with the curling iron, and I like cried because it hurt. Like burning yourself with the curling iron hurts, and like I went to the wedding and I had this like a burn on my face. We tried to like cover it with like the curl, and then also the day before, like the day before the dress rehearsal for the wedding, I like lost my first tooth, and I was really self-conscious about it, so I wouldn't smile. So I was like walking around like, and I had this like little curl trying to cover up like the burn on my head. And, oh my god,
So cute.
I was still.
You are so cute.
I was still flawless though, so it's whatever.
What was the first thing you did this morning?
I woke up and I looked at my clock, and it said 6:50 and I was like, I can still sleep. And so I went back to sleep and then I woke up at 7:20 and realized that was the worst mistake I'd ever made.
I woke up this morning, then I walked to my kitchen, I drank a glass of milk, and that is when my dad proceeded to very excitedly show me the Christmas presents.
Sounds legit. Sounds legit. What? Solange.
Oh.
What was the first concert you ever went to? Ever. In your life.
Okay, so the first one that I can remember as of right now is a Drake Bell concert, but I definitely went to one before that. I just can't remember what it was, and I want to call my mom and be like, what concert did I go to before Drake Bell?
Call your mom right now.
She is probably sleeping. She is work tomorrow morning. Yeah, but you continue and I will think.
The first concert I ever went to, like, legit, like the first like legit concert I went to, like where you have to actually like buy tickets like ahead of time, and there's like it's in like a giant stadium or whatever, and there's like a lot of hype behind it, you know, that kind of concert, was the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and I think I went to them like
Taylor Swift. That's what it was. It was Taylor Swift and Keith Urban. Both of them together.
Okay, the first concert I went to, because I've said this like 3 times, was the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and I went to them like 2 years ago, I think, for like during Christmas time.
First broken bone.
I've actually never broken any bones in my body.
Neither have I.
Your first piercing.
First piercing was my first hole in my ears.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Right there. Next.
Okay, first foreign country.
Canada.
France.
First movie you remember seeing in the theaters.
Finding Nemo.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. We went to like that really big like showcase deluxe thing, like Rockland or wherever that is.
I don't know how old I was at that point, but you know how they made that like Curious George movie?
Yeah.
At one point,
yeah.
I vividly remember seeing that. So that might have been the first one. I also remember seeing Aliens in the Attic. I don't know which one was first.
Aliens in the Attic, definitely.
Okay, I remember seeing
Aliens in the Attic. We were like 8, 9.
Okay, so I remember seeing the Curious George movie. And there were definitely some before then, but I don't remember them, so we're gonna say Curious George.
Okay, that works.
Cute.
When was your first detention?
Never. I've never gotten detention because I am an A++ star student. Sorry.
I've had teachers hold me back and be like, hey, I need to talk to you after school, and talk to me for like 5 minutes.
First roommate.
My brother. My mom.
Sure.
Because like, you know, but like, you know how sometimes when people first get babies, they have like this little special crib that they keep like right next to their bed? Yeah, it was my mom.
True.
I know exactly where mine was.
I guess I feel that. I feel like since we're not actually like we still live like in our parents' houses because we're like in high school, so we can't really like move out. But we do have this like plan where once we're in college, we're gonna rent an apartment together. So
in NYC.
So we'll be roommates. Roomies.
We'll be there. Last one. What was the first lesson you ever took?
Like outside of school?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Probably dance. I started dance when I was like 3. So
first thing that I remember taking and the grade I took it in was viola lessons, and that was in 2nd grade.
Sick.
Or 1st grade.
Sick.
I don't know.
Cool. So dance and viola. I honestly don't go to concerts that often, which is so sad because I want to. I just don't have the money for it. Like I don't. Yeah, it's best. I just don't have the money for it. So, but yeah, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. That was the first. Inserts picture here.
Oh, I just said that to you.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
Gosh.
Let's continue. Let's continue.
Okay.